In a remarkable move, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has summoned a significant number of senior military leaders, including generals and admirals, to convene next Tuesday at the Marine base in Quantico, Virginia. This decision, confirmed by 5 officials from the U.S. military, raises eyebrows as it seems to be an unprecedented gathering of potentially hundreds from both domestic and international bases. Meetings of this scale are quite uncommon, especially when involving the Secretary of Defense addressing a large group of high-ranking officers. Such gatherings typically occur under more routine circumstances, making this event particularly intriguing. Notably, this assembly comes on the heels of Hegseth's controversial decision to decrease the number of officers holding 4-star ranks by 20%. This reduction comes alongside the removal of at least 15 senior military personnel from their positions. Among those dismissed were prominent figures like General Charles C.Q. Brown, Jr., who previously served as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and Admiral Lisa Franchetti, who was the top admiral in the Navy. According to Chief Pentagon spokesman Sean Parnell, Hegseth aims to address his senior military leaders during this meeting, which will be a critical moment for those in attendance. Interestingly, Parnell referred to Hegseth by an informal title, Secretary of War, which stems from a recent executive order by President Donald Trump that sought to rename the Department of Defense to the Department of War, although actual legislative change from Congress would still be needed to formalize this shift. The invitations have been extended to all commanders at the rank of 1 star and above, along with their command sergeant majors, suggesting that several hundred high-ranking officials will gather in one place. Current statistics from the Pentagon reveal there are 838 active duty general officers and admirals, with 446 holding the more senior ranks of 2-star, 3-star, and 4-star. While the Pentagon has remained tight-lipped about the total number of participants expected and the specific agenda for the meeting, this obscure command has led to a flurry of speculation among military officials. Many are left pondering the true purpose of this last-minute assembly. The Washington Post was first to highlight the unusual nature of this forthcoming meeting, marking it as noteworthy not just by the number of attendees, but by its potential implications. Typically, it's not out of the ordinary for a Secretary of Defense to converse with high-ranking military officers, either at the Pentagon or during their travels, as biannual gatherings are customary for senior leaders overseeing U.S. combatant commands to confer with the Secretary. However, the magnitude of next week's meeting, coupled with the heightened security considerations, has sparked conversations about whether it directly relates to Hegseth's previous directives aimed at cutting back the number of senior military officers. In May, Hegseth issued a memo advocating for a minimum reduction of 20% in 4-star generals and admirals present in the active duty ranks. This directive extended to the National Guard and requested at least a 10% cut in general and flag officers connected to combatant commands. Hegseth's policy, shared in a video labeled as Less Generals, More GIs policy, was portrayed as a necessary step towards fostering innovation and operational effectiveness by eliminating layers of bureaucracy that stifle progress. He emphasized that streamlining leadership through reducing excess general and flag officer positions is critical in this ongoing initiative. This creates a provocative environment. How do you envision the impact of such drastic measures on the operational capacity of the U.S. military? Would a leaner leadership structure truly empower innovation, or could it jeopardize the crucial oversight and command needed in times of crisis? I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below.